to see me so clear, but you'll be able to hear me. Okay. Hi, everybody. So I don't really feel like putting on no, no ceiling light, but I wanted to do a short nighttime video with y'all talking about how to get your Destiny Star back. I'll put lamp on, y'all. I'll put a lamp on. I'll be back in 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Kitty Cat is here. Okay, so y'all should be able to see me a little better. Hi, everybody. We'll wait till we get more people in here. So I'm just gonna sit here with the candlelight on. I'm not really gonna put on a big light. Hi, everybody. So I just happen to be up. Happen to be up. Hi, everyone. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Okay. It looks like the lighting got better. I guess it had to take some time. So, if you have been trying to get your destiny or your star back, your destiny star back, you need to watch this video. But before we get started, please try not to be negative, no hate, no no mean comments, okay? And try to be nice to each other and try to respect my boundaries, okay? If anybody's listening who might be unbalanced at night. So if you are trying to get your destiny or star back, one of the things you have to make sure that you do is to get some rest. Because when you're at your weakest, your star is easier to take or chip from. Okay, so you want to avoid connecting with people in situations that weaken you. So you want to make sure that you're getting some heart chakra exercise in and that you're getting rest. If you suspect your star has been tampered with or someone has been chipping from your star or you're in a fight for your star, I highly recommend that you prioritize taking naps. Because what this is going to do is make it harder for them to pick up your energy with your star because when you are asleep, you are more protected by your guardian. And if you're asleep, you're not exactly doing any physical work of your star. So you're not increasing the vibration of the release of your star power because you're asleep. So don't skip on your sleep. So um, if you if you get 5 hours of sleep, you need to make sure that you get 3 more hours. Find a way, go to your doctor, get some sleep medicine, get some melatonin, get some sleepy time tea. Okay. Number two, if you feel your destiny or star have been tampered with or chipped, and you want to get your star back, all right. Now, let me explain. First of all, let me explain why you would get your star back resting, because you are more powerful than the person who is taking the star, trying to take your star. They're not getting the sleep that they need. They were willing to skip sleep. They're willing to literally beat their body down just to get your star. So when you're rested, you're a better fighter. Period. So you're more likely to make it very difficult for them to take your star, and it may actually put them in their place. They might actually give up for a while because it's hard for them to take it because you're leaving them in the dust doing your own destiny. Okay, so back to the second one. If you want your destiny and star back, you have got to start mixing things up when you're doing it. Don't keep on doing it in the same location, around the same people, wearing the same stuff, using the same stuff. People who want your destiny and star, most of them have been reading on you and studying you for some time, that they think they got your routine and pattern figured out, meaning the part of your star that's like a signature version of you. They think they got that. Okay? So when you keep on chasing it up, messing it up, they chase your energy and they eventually get burnt out. So if they're burnt out, then you're able to take more of your star back because they're in recovery from chasing you when you were switching things up a lot, like I just did just now. Okay? When I was talking on this channel all the time in the morning hours, I could feel I was fighting more for my star. But then soon as I started showing up at different times in different locations, I noticed that the connection to my star was more clear. Also, if you're going to take this step to get back your star, you also need to make sure that anyone who know you don't know your next steps, because they might actually be communicating with monitoring spirits who are communicating with people who are trying to take your star. So when you are switching things up, make sure nobody in your life know that you're doing it. Even if you say they're not taking my star, they could still be the enemy. They could still be people who are doing you dirty behind your back. So they are still working for monitoring spirits, most likely, who are delivering your business of your star to the people who are trying to take your star. So when you start making unpredictable moves, no one has to know. No one should know. Okay? No one knew that I was going to sit here and talk to y'all at this time. Some of y'all will say, you're never on Miss V at this time. Never. No, I'm not. Family members probably never expected me to be up and not where they are and here doing this with y'all tonight. Okay? If you feel like something's been draining you, you're so drained, like someone took your star, you probably need to go on a vacation to do your star work. You need to pack your bags, jump ship, leave everything familiar, and go. If you ever notice when you go on vacation and you try to do your star work, suddenly it becomes easier. So that's another way to get back your star, is to do your star work doing something different every year somewhere else, like a different vacation. There's a famous quote, and I forget who it's by. I think it might be by the Dalai Lama or something, but he says every year do something different. Do something you never did, you have never done. Now, what if you did something you've never done, but you also did your destiny where you're doing something new? So let's say you have never eaten at a Japanese food restaurant, but when you do go there, you also take a notepad and you're writing down some things related to your destiny. So basically, you're like so off script because you just did something you never did, and you're doing your destiny there too. So then it's so hard for that person to really get into your star energy. Okay, so the next thing on the list, I see there's like 3 people jumping in and jumping out. You know, we're living in a world now where people are just monitoring each other's energy and really not really not trying to learn their lessons. You know, what is the point of staying up at this time just to monitor somebody's energy? Like, I notice every time I go live, there'll be 3 people in, they'll get in for 10 minutes and jump out. Those are probably the people who are trying to get my destiny. And that's an example of what I'm talking about. This happens every live video. 3 people, I'm watching the numbers, will come in for 10 minutes and then they'll jump back out. The people that are trying to take your destiny, some of them are online. Most of them are online. And most of them are doing divination. They're using tarots and stuff. And the thing is to block those people, you also have to protect your aura. Do y'all see how I have candlelight on, but you can't exactly, there's no big white light around me, so it doesn't make it as easier to pick up my vibration. This is why it's important. Your star, it do require you to get rid of the artificial. So if you are not sure um, about what I mean by the artificial, the things that you're doing that your star needs, but it's artificial, so it's actually making your star low vibrational, and that could be like you're using too much artificial light, you're using too much artificial beauty products, you're eating artificial food. So if you want to get your star back, you have to clean out the artificial, starting with your light source. Okay? If your star is real bright and real strong, it is literally harder for them to take it because, I mean, if it's fed, uh, if it's fed starlight that is real, and that is strong, the star just keeps getting stronger, and it starts to get too strong to take because the low vibrational people are not um, are not able to take the brightness of the star to even take it. So you have to keep on strengthening the brightness of the star, which means you have to keep it nourished and well fed, healthy energy, just like you do your body. Okay? So you should actually have a spiritual life in which you are doing things that will um, that will nourish the star. There are certain things that everybody's star needs to stay less vulnerable to be taken, or less approachable to be taken by low vibrational people. Now that lesson for that comes with a fee. I'm not going to give that lesson out for free in this video. But I hope this video helps you. There's extended content for this, but of course, once again, that'll be for sale. So make sure that you are just nourishing your star what it needs. There's ways to find out what it needs so it's not so vulnerable to be taken. The people who take your star, they don't care if they take your star when it's fragile, when it's weak, because they feel like they could just keep tapping into you to just be the weaker version of your star. But if you strengthen your star will be too bright to even be approachable. The people who want your star will suffer just approaching your star, just approaching the power of it. Okay? Hi, everybody. I see we got 8 people in here. So I have a candle lit here. This is a green candle. So like for me, one of the things that work with my star And I'm not going to say a lot because people will block. Star thieves will block your practices to protect your star. They will try to. So I'm not going to say everything I use. But just one of the things that I find that really helps my star is sage. Now it's different for everybody. Okay. For me, the people who try to take my star, they're always trying to hack my vibration. Okay. So when I burn sage and when I use eucalyptus and mint, the vibration of my star becomes so strong that they can't tamper with it. So it's different for everybody. Okay. All right. Have a good night, y'all. If you like this video, feel free to let me know. If you'd like to send a cash appreciation, you can send your the donation to my cash app at money sign coach v hunter. I will be doing videos at different times, unpredictable times from now on, in unpredictable ways, just so that these people who keep trying to disturb the peace of my star and the people who keep trying to go for my star, they are confused about when I'm going to do my star work. One of the ways to protect your star is to be less seen. You know, there are people who decided to go up in the mountains by themselves for months on end just to get their star work done. If you feel like you got to do something drastic like that, then that's what you have to do. One of the ways to get back your star and to get your star work done is to change your complete identity, literally, in such a major way, and then be more unseen by the world while you're doing your star. So basically, you would do off-camera videos on YouTube. You wouldn't be seen. When you do your star, you would be somewhere where there's no people or very little people, or where people who aren't star thieves don't go. A lot of star thieves are not going to the library. They don't really care for the library. A lot of star thieves are using the internet. Okay, they would rather use the internet than the library, the actual offline library. Um, if you go to an old-fashioned library, 9 times out of 10 there are no star thieves there. Okay, um, you know, most people who love the library and they always go to the library, they're not really into technology type of energy that much. They're not really addicted to technology that much. And here's the thing, star thieves, the way they take your star is using the same element. They use a lot of the same element of technology energy. So one way to take your star back is to regularly do technology detoxes. And that means almost all technology, okay, except the ones you can use to cook. That includes not using TV a lot, okay? Um, if you do use TV, you should try to put some sort of veil over the TV. So you could put like a sheet over the TV if you're listening to alchemy sounds on YouTube. Like, so for example, if I'm using technology in the morning, I know that it's going to be risky. Star thieves are probably getting up, you know, by 11 a.m. and they're like trying to get my destiny. So I will literally put a sheet over the TV if I'm listening to YouTube videos on my TV. The TV has too much space, okay? It makes it so easier for them to see so much of of your dimension that you're in. If they're doing some sort of witchcraft to see you to get your star. So you need to actually you need to darken the TV yourself, okay? You also should turn down the lighting on the TV. You need to get a blue light like I have on my Android tablet. So for example, when I'm using my Android tablet, because I have the blue light filter on there, I can feel that no one can really tap into me. I can feel that when I'm using my Android. But when I put the TV on, I can feel pulling of my star. in my third eye. I can feel it. So I started using my Android with the light filter on. I highly recommend that you get a Android tablet, um, and you turn the light filter on. Um, and you'll notice because the light of the tablet will look dimmer. Okay, it'll be like there's a little film over the glass, and that is putting up a barrier between your dimension and the monitoring spirit's dimension, who are going back and giving information on your star. It puts up a barrier, okay, boundaries. So I highly recommend, if you have a tablet, switch to using your tablet. If you're going to do TV, as I said, and it's not movie time, but it's like, oh, you're just watching videos. I highly recommend that you only use your TV to listen to YouTube videos, and you put a dark cover, like a cover that has no openings in the material. Okay, like a dark white solid bed sheet or a dark blanket over the TV. Um, Otherwise, they'll pull your energy, and a whole lot of monitoring spirits will be able to get your energy at once. Um, I think that if you're going to use TV, it's better to use TV only for movies and films. So have a designated movie film night, and that should be hours after you did your destiny. Like, never turn on the TV to watch a movie and you just did your destiny. You just did your star. Because the monitoring spirits can pick up whatever's vibrating in the room over the last few hours. They can pick up reflection reflection of your memories that you released in your thoughts. Okay, your thoughts released. And if you were doing your destiny, you ended up thinking about it when you were done, so you released it, and the monitoring spirits gets it. So you should have scheduled movie film watching time. Now I know some of y'all say, "Well, I use movie and TV for inspiration for my destiny." If you are doing that, I highly recommend that you don't have your laptop on and your TV on at the same time while you're trying to use TV for your destiny. I recommend that you use a notebook, okay, to take notes, write stuff down as you're looking at the TV, movie, or film for inspiration. You don't want to have the TV able to see your notebook, able to see the pages of your notebook. So you want the cover of your notebook to be facing the TV. Okay? This is getting into setting up boundaries. Um, Also, when you're taking your star back, I prefer, if I feel like I'm in a fight for my star and getting creatively blocked, which is a sign that you're fighting for your star, I will literally just go old fashioned with how I'm doing it. I will go get a notebook, or I will switch to my tablet. I'll use my tablet only for resource research, my Android tablet. And I will literally go product free with my spiritual stuff. So basically, if I'm using if I'm trying to do spiritual stuff, I will just you'll literally just use my tablet only. I will not use cards, okay? I will cut all cards out of my practice. I will cut only thing I will use is incense and candles. I won't use any other physical spiritual tool. So I get kind of drastic. I find like struggling for my star, it's like a spiritual medical emergency. If I'm really sick of it and I'm fed up with fighting for my star, I literally will get old fashioned. I will fast for hours, or I will eat no sugar. Okay? Understand, people who are trying to take your star, they can't tap into their star because they're probably eating a lot of fatty foods, greasy foods, and candy. They're eating sweets and junk, or they're not eating enough protein. They are so weak. They're weak people that they have to come for your star. to just even feel like they might make it out here. So make sure that you're eating a high energy diet. Okay? You need to have an energy diet. Go get you some recipes for high energy, or go get you the book, The Energy Diet. That's what I do. I immediately put myself on an energy diet, and then I will literally do my work outside. Okay? It is so hard for them to take your Destiny Star and mess with it or even use it when you're doing your star work outside. So pack up your stuff, go to a picnic bench where there's trees, okay? Or put your blanket down where there are trees, sit there and, go old fashioned with the way you're doing your destiny. In the old days, the people who were doing their destiny, they often did their destiny outside, unless they were like, they needed a lot of chalkboard for their math problems, if they were math star people. But normally they were transferring this stuff to resources in their house. But normally they did their stuff on the road, like Jack Korg did. They were, walking around with notebooks outside, like Walt Whitman, Emily Dickinson did that. So consider that the fresh air and the sky is actually one of your greatest protection of your star. So go outside. Also, this protects your star. You may not think it does. It makes it easier to take back your star and protect it. Small spaces. Because the other dimension also has to comply with the dimensional space that you're in. And if there is less space where you are, there is less room for these monitoring spirits, because they're only allowed to be able to come but so close to you. Okay? So if you are in a small space, a small smaller wooden space, and not this huge 3-floor home, you're more protected. Your store's more protected. This is why in the old days people would rent a small cabin house, 1-floor small cabin house, and they would, sit by the fire and do their stuff. One thing I find that protects my star and makes it easier for me to push people out of my star energy is actually listening to the sound of fire, the crackling fire sounds. Okay? When you are doing your star, you're manifesting. And that means you're in fire energy. You're using a lot of your fire energy. You're in your power. When you put the sound of fire on, or you have flames around you, you're setting up protection. Okay? All right. If you enjoyed this video, for free to let me know. If you'd like to send a cash appreciation, you can send it to my Cash App at Coach V Hunter. Once again, this content is not for fair use. I have noted it in the video title. This content shall not be reworked, reused, redefined, warped and distorted. None of that. It cannot be repeated on YouTube or any other platform. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.